Low budget roulette. Low budget roulette. Low budget roulette. Today I have a tiny bankroll, as you guys see, of $150, and we are going to build off of that, and I'm going to show you the right and proper way of doing this. All right, so buckle up your seatbelts, get ready for the ride, because I'm going to try to see we can at least make 50, maybe $75, something, some type of lunch money, some type of money that we can play. Now, you guys can use $15 if you guys like as your bankroll, if you guys are going to be playing with 10-cent pieces. Let's get into this thing. All right, screen record now. We're going to select, all right, just 4 units on the board, and we're going to play. Okay, and the first one happens to be the number 22. Okay, we're going to simply play that again, and the second one happens to be the number 16. Play that for a third time. And this one is 10. So that's 3 losses in a row. You're simply going to ladder the system just like that, and you're going to spin. The next one is 36. We're going to spin again. 36 for a second time, and we spin again. 27 comes out, and that's a loss. Okay, we're going to ladder the system again by 4 units and just spin. 18 comes out, and that is a miss. We will spin again. And 33 comes out for another miss. Let's spin for the third time. Number 7 comes out, and that is another miss. We will ladder the system again, and we spin. 15 comes out, and that is a miss. We will spin again. 22 comes out for a second miss. Spin again. 12 comes out for a third miss. Let's go over here and ladder the system again. $32 comes out, and that is a $70 return. We're going to spin again. $5 comes out, and that's a miss. Okay, we're going to spin again. 0 comes out. That's going to be your second miss. $19 comes out, and that is a $70 return. Okay, going to spin again. 31 comes out, $70 return, and it looks like, folks, we just made ourselves in 5 minutes time 50 bucks. All right, let's do that again. Select different numbers. Somewhere else, no, I don't want to do that. I'll do this one. Just 4 numbers on the board here. All right, and we spin. The number 10 comes out. That's going to be a miss. Spin again. 13 comes out. That is another miss. Spin again. 21 comes out for another miss. That's 3 misses in a row. And we will ladder the system and spin. $15 comes out. That's the first miss. Spin again. 27 comes out. That's going to be your second miss. Here we go. 30 comes out. And that's your third miss. We will ladder the system again and spin. $25 comes out. First miss. $22 comes out. Going to be your second miss. And then let's see what happens. 33 comes out. And that's going to be your third miss. We will ladder the system again and spin. And there is 0 for your first miss. Spin again. And there is the number 13. Second miss. And there is a number 32 for your third miss. All right, let's spin. And there is a number 1 for a $70 return. Spin again. And there is the number 4 for your first miss. There's a number 31. That's another $70 return. And I'm going to spin again. There is a number 29 for your first miss. Spin again. 29 for a second time. And spin again. There is a number 9 for another $70 return. And it looks like, folks, in the matter of 9 minutes, we made ourselves 70 bucks playing this the low budget way. Let's go somewhere else on the board. Somewhere else, don't really matter. And let's spin again. And there's 0. Whoops, I didn't mean a ladder. Go back out. Let's go back out. That was the first miss. Second miss. Third miss. All right. Ladder the system one time. And let's spin. There is the number 3 for your first miss. Spin again. There's a number 20 for your second miss. Spin again. There's a number 4 for your third miss. Ladder the system again and spin. And there is 0. First miss. Let's spin again. There's a number 29 for your second miss. Spin that bad boy again. There's a number 23 for a $42 return. All right, we're going to spin again. There's a number 7. First miss. Spin again. Number 5 for your second miss. $27. Third miss as we ladder the system. Okay, we spin again. 33 comes out, and that is a $56 return. But we're around where we were before, so I'm going to spin again. $27 comes out. First miss. Let's spin again. 9 comes out, and that is a $56 return. Look at that. So in 13 minutes, folks, we turned 150 into $272. Okay? That is a $122 session win playing this the low budget way. Let's go somewhere else on the board here. I'm going to select 4 different units. No, let's select that and select that. Okay, and we will play. And there is a number 12 for your first miss. Play again. There is a number 20, second miss. Number 6, that's a $14 return. So folks, it looks like we made ourselves looks like we made ourselves $128 in only 14 minutes of play. But I'm going to keep on going. Let's see what we can do here, folks. 26 comes out. And look at that. Look at that. That is that is almost $300. We pretty much almost flipped our money. in only 15 minutes. Let me see what I can do here, folks. Select some different numbers here, I guess. It don't really matter what we select. Okay, we'll select these numbers here, those 4 units. And the number 18 does come out, and it looks like, folks, look at that. That is over $300 in 15 minutes.